What up, y'all? This is Decode Dating. I'm here to decode my experience in dating. So, starting off in the year 2020, I was with this girl for about a year. I met her through, you can say, a group chat. My friend had made a Facebook page because, the whole social distance thing was going on, so people really couldn't go outside. So, he made a group chat on Facebook, and then it led to text messages. So, me and about five of my friends started talking to random girls through text messages. Um, a girl ended up adding one of her friends and she bring her over. At that time, I was living by myself, but I did share an apartment at the time with my current ex-wife. Yes, I was married, but that's a whole nother topic I'll talk about a whole nother time. So this girl ends up coming over with her friends and, it's lit. I have my own place. Everybody's turning up and I'm not trying to play too hard to get anything. I'm just trying to make it free flowing and everything fun. um I didn't really try to talk to this said girl at the time. It was more so playing the laid back role, like the cool guy. um One thing led to the next where it's I kept throwing these game nights every night, and she kept coming over, so the consistency was there. It was great. um Long story short, we ended up dating. This is about a month in. Um, I didn't do my due diligence and vet her. I tell men every time when you're meeting a woman that you like, you have to vet her. And I'm not talking about short term vetting, like a month. I'm talking about long term vetting, 6 months, 9 months, even a year before she even gets the girlfriend title. Because a lot of people tend to fake it until they make it. A lot of girls will play the part. They'll act all good, act like they're gonna be the perfect girlfriend, and then next thing you know, you have a crazy girl um on your side, and you don't want that. So I didn't take my time to vet her. I kind of jumped the gun too early. I was a little vulnerable. I didn't take my time to heal, and it was just whatever. I took what I can get. She was pretty, very attractive. A lot of my other friends wanted to talk to her too, but she dubbed everybody and basically came to me. So as that relationship continued, I met her mom and stuff like that and family. Now where I messed up at is when I had my own place and, times got hard. I had to give the place up. I was gonna go move back to my mom's place. But I didn't listen. I listened to her. I jumped the gun and I moved in with her because she didn't want me to go back to my mom. I wasn't that far from her anyway, maybe 20 minutes. And I decided, oh, you know what? Let me make her happy. And I moved in with her. Now she lives with her mom, her brother, her stepdad, and a dog. Um, so now I'm in the crib, in her room and stuff like that. And the first signs that I see is she is not very cleanly. I tell men, if you're going to date a woman, make sure she's clean. I'm not saying as far as hygiene wise, I'm talking about her place. If her room is like messy all the time, that's not a good sign. A messy place is a messy mind. That's what I always say. Um, but I look past that again. Um, so, you know, me and her started getting real close, connecting on a more intimate level. Of course, we're smashing all the time. But things seemed perfect in my eyes because I'm saying I got the girl who's kind of like me, similar, laughing at my stupid jokes. She would work out when I would work out. She wasn't a gym rat like me, but she would still work out when I did. And we started making content together as far as YouTube. And, it felt good. It felt like a breath of fresh air, what I needed from my previous marriage. Now, times got hard as far as finances. Now, this is during COVID, and she's getting, the unemployment money with the extra bonus, and I'm working a 9 to 5. I was an essential worker because I was working in the hospital. So I had to go to work, and she didn't. But as times got hard, money getting short, um, I started to lack the confidence. As a man, we all know we have egos where we want to be financially stable. so we could provide for our family and our girl, wife, kids, whoever. Um, so when she seen that I wasn't financially at the spot, I guess it made her feel as if there's no future there, you know? And I'm not mad at women who want a man to provide. I think men should provide 100% too. But you know, we living in a society now where average men ain't lit. Um, so I was average at best in her eyes. Now, what transpired was she did hold it down in a point of time where it's like I was short, she would hold it down. She was short, and I would hold it down. Um, One thing led to the next, and that was it. Now she ended up saving up her money and getting a BBL. I didn't pay for it. The only thing I did was hold Shorty down with was the down payment. I had money saved up at the time because this is months later and stuff like that, where I started doing more hours and I had my clients. I was just doing personal training at the side. So I did end up holding her down with the down payment. She ended up wanting a BBL. The New Year's came. She got her tax refund, so she had money to do what she wanted to do. And I told her multiple times that I am not a type of guy who's fiending for a woman to get a BBL. Don't shoot your messenger. I understand when women want to get BBLs. Trust me. I do say women can get it after a mommy makeover, but just to do it, I don't see the point. Hit the gym, teach their own. So she did say she wanted one, right? I ignored that sign. Most women who want to do that, it's for the male gaze, the male attention. So this is when I started understanding female hypergamy. They're hypergamous by nature, meaning they always want to date up. They don't want below. They want somebody higher in status or higher in money, finances. So, I put the down payment. She ends up booking the date and she ends up doing the surgery. Um, I was going through something at the time, insomnia. I wasn't getting enough sleep. I was stressing about a whole bunch of other stuff. And I tell men, uh, especially, to be careful who you cry to. As a man, I don't advise any man to cry to any woman besides their mom. And even doing that can make it look bad. It sucks that we have to deal with this in society nowadays, but crying for men is a no-no. If you have a group of guys, your friends, bros, whatever, cousins that are men that understand the male experience, especially in the dating market, you can cry to them because at the end of the day, we're gonna all look out for each other and make sure that we get the help that we need. Women, not so much. I'm not saying all women, but especially the women that you're with and having sex with, it's kind of a turnoff because she wants the masculine man. So that being said, I was going through that. She was going through healing process of the BBL. So when I would try to confide in her and tell her like, hey, I can't sleep, stretching, literally crying tears, like, yo, I can't sleep. This is mentally painful. I felt like torture in my mind. And I remember one time when she was laying on the bed and she was healing, she was like, yo, why are you so fucking annoying? Like she literally cursed me out. And that really stung a little bit. A lot of men don't want to admit this, crying to their girl. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done that in years now because I don't see the point. But that opened my eyes. I just took my stuff and just drove to my mom's crib. Um, Now, as that passed and she started healing more, she started to feel as if she's hot shit. Drake said this line and he said it best. They start going out and wearing less more. So she got her body done. She wants to show it off. Not only for me, but for everybody else. I tell men if any woman you have that you're taking seriously is on social media and showing her body off. And I'm not talking about like you met her as a model and she's modeling certain clothes. You met her as a regular chick, not posting that stuff. And then as in the relationship goes, she gets in the gym or she gets her body done and she starts showing it off, that's a red flag. There's a lot of red flags that I'm ignoring because I'm thinking that whatever I'm doing, she's not going nowhere. Your girl will leave you at any given point in time if she feels that she can do better. You always have to be on the top of your game. This is not me trying to bash women for having their preferences. This is me telling men to adapt to the dating market and how it is, and make sure you get your shit in order. I'm talking about your gym, your health, finances, mental health. Find a purpose, stick to the purpose, find a passion, a hobby, have those in line, because you can't have a wife if you don't have a life. You can't have a spouse if you don't have a house. You got to really make sure that you're planting your seeds and you're watching them grow. So when you build a garden, you can make a woman come in there and add to it. So as she started going out wearing less more, I'm not paying attention to it. Parties after parties she's going to, and me, I'm working a 9 to 5, trying to make sure that when we go out, I have money. Um, so what really woke me up was when she finally left. I'm not gonna go too much in detail with this story, not yet. Later on videos, I'll give you the full breakdown and exactly what happened. But this is me just giving a small introduction on why I make this channel, why I'm doing this dating content, and what my main message is. So when all of that transpired, I felt like I had nothing after. Because the saying goes, you give any woman your all, and she leaves, you have nothing. So make sure you guys out there, you have stuff that you have purpose in, and you stick to that, because a lot of things nowadays, especially in this generation, is not valued as much as it was in the past, because social media exists. But I'm not going to blame social media solely, because it's not social media itself, it's the people who use it. Anybody could get on the platform and say whatever they want and live a different total life. I'm not trying to be like that. I want to be open, transparent, and honest with everybody and let them know my experience, decode my experience in dating, so you guys know and you guys can understand where you don't want to go wrong. Not everybody's perfect. Most guys out there are going to get your heart broken. You're going to get your heart broken. You're going to fall hard for a girl. It might not go the right way. She might fuck up or you might fuck up, but it didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. Right? So I want you guys to understand that you always have to invest in yourself. You don't want to put too much investment into a relationship and your mind's not right, your health not right, your finances are not right. You know what I'm saying? So for that relationship from 2020 to 2021, it really opened my eyes and it made me see the world for what it really is. For me to actually want to stick to a purpose of making guys understand that you're not alone, that I've went through a lot of stuff. I have a son. I've been married before, I've been in love. I've been heartbroken. So a lot of guys are afraid to talk about it because they feel like they're gonna get laughed at. I can't laugh at nobody because I done got done dirty. I've cheated and I've got cheated on. Me personally, I think cheating is the dumbest thing people can do, men or man or woman. I think men should honestly be honest with any woman that they're dating, because it saves face. Most of the time, men lie because they're trying to um, keep the woman. They don't want her to leave, and they feel like, oh, if I tell her the truth, she's not gonna really fuck with me. You shouldn't really think like that. You should think like, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell her the truth, and if she like me, she gonna fuck with me regardless. And that's why I want men to understand. So that's my main topic number one of my relationship. Trust me when I tell you, I would go more in depth about that relationship and my marriage and everything else. It's just, this is the main message as of right now on why I'm making this channel, and why I want men to understand that there's more important things in life as far as dating, purpose. Um, but I hope this little, preview of my experience helps y'all. See, I struggle sometimes in dating too. I'm 6'3", 230 pounds. I go to the gym. I do other stuff, like I have my other jobs and stuff like that. And I still struggle. You know, I sometimes get that preconceived notion of a woman looking at me and saying, he's a player. Oh, what's a player? Oh, A player is you. Well, how you judging me for being a player? Oh, you got tattoos, you're tall, you're muscular. Women will do that regardless. You know, some women will feel like I'm out of their league. And the same women that think that I think I'm out of their league. It happens. But I want you guys to understand that me sending message to you and being open and transparent, you guys will get the bigger picture. You guys will see that you can self-improve. You can fix any problem you have as long as you're alive and you're moving, you're kicking. You're not in jail, you're not dead or anything like that. You can make a change for the better. So I hope this message helps everybody. Once again, my name is Zachary, and this is Decode Dating. I'm going to be consistent now with making YouTube. I just got my ring light and stuff like that. I got the mic as y'all can see, and I'm gonna really start pushing forward because I feel like I have a message, and I feel like a lot of men want to hear it, you know. And I do have Instagram. It's decode_dating. I'm gonna pin everything in the description. I'm going to post my content sometimes from my Instagram on YouTube, so y'all could see and interact with me. Shoot me a DM, emails at decodedating at gmail.com. And yeah, we're gonna rock out. I'm gonna get this content started. 2025 summertime about to be lit. Um, but I really want men to focus up. Don't demonize women. Don't hate women for being them. Adapt. If you want women, you gotta adapt. If women want the ring from you, they have to adapt. So understand you have power in yourself also in a relationship. They want the ring and you want the pussy. So we're gonna work together and we're gonna figure some stuff out for y'all. So I appreciate y'all again for listening and tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely hit me up on Instagram because my Instagram is more lit than my YouTube right now. But yeah, we're gonna do that.